Hello my friends. I'd like to talk about a little bit about hunting in the warmer weather for moose. My wife and I the last couple of years have been going out and the weather has been warm. Like sometimes as high as 28, 29 degrees. Now we haven't been blessed with a moose during those years, so it didn't really become a problem. But I kept thinking there must be a way around this. Like if you get a moose, you're supposed to get that moose cool as fast as possible. I know you can quarter it and put it in meat bags and all that. Yeah, of course. But then what? I figure it's going to take maybe, if the moose is off the road a few hundred feet or yards, it might take 3-4 hours for us to get that moose out of the bush into the trailer or wherever we're going to put it. Well, already that meat has been sitting in warm weather for 3-4 hours. It's a long time. And then we're going to go back to our camp, disassemble camp. That might take another hour or two. And then the place we like hunting is a little over 4 hours away. And so we're talking like 8 hours now. So the moose has to be out in that warm temperature 8 hours. It just doesn't sound good to me. It sounds to me like the meat could spoil. I know we got in meat bags, flies can't lay their eggs and all that stuff, but meat doesn't like to be out in warm weather. It's not good for it. I make sausages, and I'm really aware of keeping the meat in the fridge as much as possible because you don't want your meat to get warm. So I came up with what I believe could be a solution. And if you stick with me, I'll show you what I have. At the beginning of it, I'm going to go through the actual assembly process, not how it was made. I'll go through that at the end, and if anybody is interested, they'll just have to watch till the end, and then they'll see all the joints and stuff. So let's just get going with this. So we have to think about this cooler. I don't want to bring a cooler that's this big thing in the back of my truck all over the place while I'm hunting. I could just be a pain. I don't want it pre-assembled because I might not get a moose. I might not that day. Maybe it'll be the next day, and I don't want to have to worry about that. So let's pretend that this pile here is in the back of a pickup truck. Now, it's the width. I made sure to measure the width of my truck. Everybody's truck could be different, so but it's maximum 50 inches wide, all these panels, and that fits between my wheel wells. So the first step, we have to get all these parts out of the truck. You can't walk on it because there's a lot of styrofoam and that's just going to break. So you'd have to reach over the edge and wiggle and jiggle it and take off the parts off your truck. You want to get them, I mean, this is assuming we're building this in the back of a truck. If it's in a trailer, well, that's fine. Then you do a similar job for the trailer. But let's for now pretend we're taking it in the back of the truck. So I'm taking out these parts. Now, just to let you know, the piece I just took out is a end piece. The part that goes toward the back of the truck. These are side pieces. piece is actually the bottom. This is very tight in the truck between the side, this is the top, between the sides of the truck and the sides of this. This fits in between the wheel wells. So from the back of the truck, when you first put your bottom down, the bottom is what makes everything squared up. You can put this down, when it's assembled, it's about 3 inches from the tailgate. So you figure between the cab and this, you want some space to stand there. So put this out onto your tailgate. That's your bottom. So then, stand up these walls. If you have a helper, that'll be great. But if you don't, stand them up. Because you can walk on this. Just be careful, be gentle. You want to stand both your sides up. Remember, the bottom, the styrofoam sheet that's for the bottom, is actually like square. So it helps to line up your walls and everything. So stand up all your walls. I'm going to keep this side as being against the cab of the truck. So slide that out so it's over on the tailgate. Because you want room here at the front of the truck. So you can stand between the cab and the truck. So you can slide that all the way up in the tailgate. So this is the cab. Tiptoe to the back of the truck, don't fall off. So you carry the part that's for the cab of the truck through, walk gently on the styrofoam. You don't have much room. I'll show you later, just pegs, top and bottom. So you want to align those pegs with holes, top and bottom. Against the cab of the truck is now done. That's all there was to it. But I'm going to climb over to the back here and onto the ground. Once on the ground, I'll pick up the other side. This is the back part, facing the tailgate. You might want to shove this back towards the cab of the truck. Try and keep it square to the styrofoam. The reason I'm doing that is so that we have room to stand on the tailgate. So here I am standing on the tailgate. pegs in the holes. Now the bottom end, the 4 walls. The styrofoam here is the top of the box. You don't want to go walking to the top of the box. You don't want to put stuff up there. It's only styrofoam, but it's waterproof. It's fairly firm. Just in case you're in a windy environment, get a piece of rope that's the right size here. There's loops, you gotta put loops, I'll show you those loops after. And basically, you just run this cord down the length, just to keep wind from blowing up. I know it's just sitting there, but you never know, strong wind. And plus, eventually, if you put your moose in here, you're gonna have to drive in a highway with it. So at that time, you're gonna be roping this top down. So here we go. So now this is supposed to be cooler. So what do we do for that? So this bottom door here, open it up. I have this piece of rope. Just hooks to it so that little door opens up there. I modified a 5,000 BTU air conditioner so that it would go lower than the 17 degrees Celsius settings that the factory had set it for. So I have this thermostat. It has heating and cooling plugs. We only want the cooling. The cord though, I'm just going to toss it all inside. I want to run. You can see the notch. I want to run the cord through that notch. And put the air conditioner in. You just want to balance it there. So most of the air conditioner is out the back. Might as well plug this in before I go in. In the garage sample, it's plugged into the house, but in the bush it'll be plugged into a generator. So pretty dark in here, but I think we can do it. This shows the temperature it is right now, and it's already been preset. The minimum temperature is 7 degrees, and it goes up 3 degrees, so the maximum will get to 10. I have a screw there to hang it on. You don't really need one of these, but I use it just for testing purposes. I just have it hanging there. It's a sensor for a different thermometer. I just have silly metal brackets here to hang the hang it up. This is the actual probe. I allowed these brackets on the walls because I figure I might want to put it off the floor a bit. And you just lay these 2x4 down, 2x2s down. You could put like 4 in there. I'm just showing you for demonstration. So that way your meat would be sitting on those racks, so that air can circulate underneath. So currently you'll see the temperature outside is 21 and the temperature in the box is 20. I have these backers. So the little metal prongs here. Don't forget there's a groove here that's kind of flexible because it's hard to build. You put the backer in there, push the little metal. I'll show you that in more depth after. Helps to make the box more airtight. It takes longer in the beginning to drop the air temperature because it's 20 degrees. Once it gets going, then the inside is all cooled off. So at that point, it doesn't take long. The air conditioner is 5,000 BTU, really cheap, nothing fancy. I put this metal grate on the back, and that's to prevent, or help prevent, anything from touching the fins. Temperature has just dropped to 90, so it's getting going. So the air conditioner shut off. This still says 15 degrees, but this is at the very back of the box, don't forget. If we quickly open this door and look, you can see here that the temperature is 6.8 degrees. You can feel it too, it's cold. I don't know if you can see that clear. So when the temperature in here climbs to 10, the air conditioner will turn back on again, thanks to this thermostat cord here. I'm just going to leave the door open. Try and warm it up so you can see. So the air conditioner's come back on. And close the door, let it cool. So the last time when it was cooling down from 20, it took 8 or 9 minutes before the air conditioner shut off. So it cools pretty quickly. Okay, the air conditioner shut off again. Woohoo, it's cold. 6.9. So that's my little cooler. So when my wife and I go moose hunting this fall, we're going to be bringing the Palomino pop-up truck camper, and we stay in there when we're together, and we're going to be towing a trailer, and this is going to be all disassembled in the trailer. So later in the year, if we don't get a moose, like, there's always that chance if we don't get a moose in the first week, I'm going to be coming back out into the bush by myself because I want a moose so bad. Anyway, so I'm going to have this all disassembled. I can assemble it in the back of the truck, so that there could be another purpose for it. Like, I could easily not bother setting up a tent. Throw a sleeping bag in here. Good night. See you tomorrow. And it's awful dark in here. Anyway, and I could go to sleep. Just be warmer, no bugs. It's just long enough I can stretch out. I could put the air conditioner and the generator on the ground underneath the tailgate off, of course, and that way there'll be lots of room. Now this is not bear proof. That's an obvious, because I mean it's styrofoam. So if I hear bear, I'm just going to scramble out of here and get into the truck. If for any reason the door was blocked and I had to get out, I could just pop open the hole, punch a hole to the side, because it's only styrofoam, and scramble over the side of the truck and get into the cab of the truck. So this is my big game cooler, portable cooler, and I just wanted to show you it. I'm going to make a separate video on some of the construction of it, little things I ran across, this and that. But for now, just to let you know, I have a moose cooler, or an elk cooler, or anything. But of course it's got to be quartered up. You certainly can't put a whole moose in there unless it's quartered up. I hope you liked this video demonstrating a portable moose or large game cooler. Another reason I wanted this cooler was if we are blessed to harvest a moose 8 hours to get it home. I will then move the unit into my garage where the quarters can stay cool while I butcher it into roast steaks, burgers. Please help me grow my channel. Subscribe if you have not yet. Click like if you found it entertaining or informative. See you soon in the build video.